we lost James right at the last minute. We turned down a number of bids until we eventually got that selling point that was right for everybody. So the deal wasn't done until about 11:30 at night. So we didn't have the opportunity to replace him. I think what he gave us James different than everybody else. He gave us a physical presence as well, and give us an outlet in all three positions. To get somebody like Tony with his experience at this stage was, we're very pleased with that. I think he adds experience to the squad. He's very, very hungry. That's the big key to me, to keep Tony hungry. There's no doubt in his talent. We know he's a talented boy, and he's come in and done very well over the period of time he's been here. So we're hoping to have a real positive impact on it. Yeah, I said it earlier in the week, and I wasn't trying to hide anything. It was a case of did Tony want this? Did we want this? Did we need this? And where was Tony fitness levels and hunger levels, and all those boxes were ticked by the end of the week. I was actually convinced after the first day, but didn't say anything because of his talent. But I think he's got his hunger back, and it is a short-term contract to earn a longer-term one. So we're hoping it's a short-term deal at the minute, but it'll turn into hopefully a longer-term one if it's successful for both parties. Yeah, you've said that about finding a home, and that's almost all our players like that. They travel around a little bit. They have disappointments, and things don't quite go their way. Otherwise, they're not coming to Motherwell. And we've got that, and we've inherited Tony. That's he has it a lot of clubs. He's been up and down, but there's never been any doubt in that he's a talented boy. And if we can harness that talent and get him really fit and really believing in what we do, which I genuinely think he will do, then he'll be a big asset to us. I think we need choices. I don't think anybody's really nailed down positions in that area, if I'm being totally honest. I think behind them, I think we're quite solid. The team at times picks itself, bar maybe one or two changes I do sometimes to freshen things up. But the front three is an area that we chop and change all the time. And so it's up to people to put consistency down and put their stamp down. And try and make sure that they're one of the first names in the team sheet. So we need competition in areas. It's the hardest bit of the team. It's the area of the team that wins football matches, and that's why at the top levels they get paid the big bucks. And so I'm happy with competition, and if people don't like that, then fine, but it keeps people on their toes. It's going to be a good game, one we're looking forward to. It's quite local to us. We'll take a lot of fans. Fantastic. We've sold out already our allocation, so we're hoping to take. People saying to me we haven't won for 3 games or someone along those lines. Well, I thought we were excellent against Hibs. I thought we were poor against Livingston, and we had a very, very good first half performance against Celtic. And the reality was they overpowered us in the second half. They were very good, and sometimes you've got to hold your hands up. And we've got to take the positives from that. If we play like we did in the first half, we can continue to have a very successful season. I think Jim's done a very good job there. This team are solid. They're really well organised. They're very hard to break down. One of the best records in the league. And they do sit in and try and hit you on the counter-attack. So it's up to us to take the game to them. I felt we tried to take the game to Celtic as well. When we don't, I don't think that's the best bit of our game. So we'll go and try and take the game to them. We have to be solid behind that and make sure we don't concede on the break. But go with a real positive mentality. Rolando was, hadn't played for 2 months. So, we didn't want to take him off. We were desperate to keep him on the pitch, but I think every bit of his body was cramping up. When you're training every day, it's not the same as playing games. So I'm sure with every bit of match fitness that he gets, every bit of training that he gets, and more understanding he gets about what we want as well, then I think we've got a very good player. The important bit is to make sure we keep him fit and get minutes on the pitch.